Now you're probably thinking, what the hell, guard kid? You're like in some relatively normal clothing. You're holding a spoon. What's going on? Well, the platform 2 wasted 2 hours of my life, so if you think I'm gonna give it the time of day to dress up for it, to use the worthy spoon over here, the wooden spoon of greatness, Father help! You think I'd use it for this garbage? You're wrong. In fact, I'm not even a movie review channel, but last night I was so goddamn disappointed that I promised to myself this morning I'm gonna wake up and talk about why The Platform 2 is the worst movie I've seen this year. Let me start off by saying this. I'm an artist, right? So I don't like bashing art. But when there's art just acting pretentious and just kicking other forms of art down by just taking shortcuts, being cheap, I'm gonna call it out. Let me talk about The Platform real quick. And before I say that, there's spoilers in this, right? There's a lot of spoilers. It's a movie review. So here's a guy who volunteers to be in this prison system for 6 months. And the way the system is there's 200 floors. There's more than that as you find out. And there's a big square that goes down from 1 to 200. And on this big square, there's a shit ton of food. And so if you're on the first floor, guess what? You get to have any food. You can eat whatever you want because everything's available to you. And now what's at the cost? Floor 2 is going to get a little less. Floor 3 is going to get a little less. All the way till 200, food never reaches there.
If you don't catch up soon, I'm gonna go back to the burger stand, yo. I don't wanna have to sit on you.
So we get to see kind of the ideology of capitalism where the people in the top eat, they play, they party, while everyone else suffers. Okay? The concept of it was thrilling. In fact, Gordon Ramsay pretty much stole the idea for his new show, Next Level Chef. Genius, hustler, baller, I respect it. Business move. That was the first one. It left everyone so curious. They loved the concept. What's going to happen with the second one? Now, the recap for the second one. Listen, I watch movies on airplane mode. My phone's away. I eat them up, okay? You see the Scarface poster? I got a Clockwork Orange one right there. I love movies. I sit down, no distractions, watch it. This shit, I couldn't explain to you. It's the same start. We have a main character who's a lady, and she's in the room with some fat, bald guy. And this was actually a prequel, right? This is before people just ate whatever the fuck they wanted. Back then, there was order. What does that mean? That means on level 1, people just ate whatever they had, whatever they ordered. Level 2, whatever they ordered. Level 3, whatever they ordered. As a result, everyone got to eat. And so this wasn't a problem until we see the developments of people starting to eat more than what they asked for. And we see total chaos. This is a little more of a communism thing, right? Everyone has the same thing. The cons of that is when someone says, fuck that, I'm doing whatever I want, the whole system falls apart. That's the recap, and I'm not going to even talk about the Platform 2's recap. It's so cloudy, it's so trash, and so empty. It doesn't really feed us anything. Let me pivot quickly to the concept of a prequel as a sequel. When you see a movie, right, the first movie in a franchise, or just like, a trilogy, you always leave thinking, wow, that was a great concept. I love that. That was like a great idea presented to us. Bravo to the director, the writers, the actors. We see this concept, and now for the second one, we want to see the lore, okay? For example, Godfather 1. Completely different than this Black Mirror bullshit. The Godfather 1 introduced the mafia family that was already well established, the Corleone family. What the Godfather 2 did was it talked about how Don Corleone came to where he was. Of course, that wasn't the entire movie, but it was like a good half of it. Talked about how he came up to that mafia. So we were watching that movie and going, wow, this is the backstory of how pretty much this guy got up all the way to the top. What the fuck does the Platform 2 do it? So the Platform 2 was a prequel, but it doesn't add to the lore. I'm very sorry. In fact, it just fucks the lore. It just smushes it all up, mixes it all around, and it ruins it. I left thinking, what the fuck did I just learn? I learned nothing. In fact, I feel stupider now watching the second one. And so having a prequel as a sequel, you need to focus on the lore because the concept drew the audience in and the lore is what keeps the audience engaged. So why is this movie garbage? This is my fun part. I have so many points. This is the biggest point, and this might be the most controversial one. Who gives a fuck about the prisoners? I'm sorry. When I hopped in this movie, what I wanted to find out was, why was this prison built? Who built it? How was society on the outside that then, motivated and inspired people to build something like this? No, we don't get any of that. We get 2 hours of some mentally ill prisoners fucking peeing on food, stabbing each other. It's just the same shit as the first one. But the thing is, in the first one, it's new to us. So it's like, oh, that's really cool. Like, it's cool to see human emotion like that. I don't give a shit about the prisoners. And I'm like so fucking angry when I say that. Who gives a fuck about your stupid religious Bobby figure who comes down and feeds other humans to each other? That doesn't teach me anything. The people that were attracted to the first movie wanted to learn more about this fucking system. It's just such a dishonor to the series. It's just, the platform started so well, and you're just gonna tell me we're getting another 2 hours of some bullshit, 2 prisoners understanding, oh wow, we're low now, time to eat each other, time to fight each other. Oh, but there's a religious part of it now. I'm not buying that. Absolute just missed, failed opportunity. Pretentious. Oh my God. Like, I'm not saying it's a trend in every movie now, but there's something so pretentious about, you know, you can tie these two together. They just tie in random bullshit to each other, and then they call it art. They're like, oh, look at the children. In the bottom of the pit, there's like a bunch of children playing on slides, and like there's zombies, and like then at the end there's like the space part where only the loyalists can go up. It was so fucking corny. Like, they want to make it so political. These are the problems of modern society. Like, we really see it as it is. Like, here's these children bathing. Take care of our children. Shut the fuck up. No one wants to see it. This was a social experiment, and we wanted to see the minds behind it, right? Supernatural BS. I want to tie this to another movie, Love Lies Bleeding. It's a normal story, and then towards the end, the main character is about to die, and the other lesbian lover turns into a Godzilla-size and then takes the bad guy and crushes him. Like, you can't just make a movie that's realistic for the first hour and a half, and then the last 10 minutes randomly just go, hey, look, supernatural, not real. Like, it's just so cheap, right? And I'm not saying exactly the platform 2 is supernatural, but with the amount of hallucinations, I had no idea what was real and what was not. And some of the things they showed did not feel real. And then the acting. When the writing is shit, when the idea is shit, when the vision is shit, when the storytelling is shit, when everything is shit, it's really hard to stay engaged as an actor. And as a result, I don't blame them. Just as much as any other actor, I understand that when you're behind something that's bullshit, you're not really going to be in it. Okay? Like, in it, I mean like in it, emotionally present. It just felt a little dull. I don't know. It just felt like the emotions were like artificially manufactured, if you know what I mean. It didn't move me when someone died. It didn't move me when someone was pushed to the limit or was like in a crisis mode. I felt no emotions the entire time. I felt no. What it could have done to be better. I swear a lot because I'm so pissed off, by the way. This should have been a movie about how the platform was created, okay? None of the prisoner bullshit. Create an interesting idea of why society agreed on this project. Was there a greed issue in life? Did we want to maybe switch from a capitalist society to maybe more of a communist, and so this was an experiment to show like the president or the leader of Spain, see, this is what happens, and we're slowly turning into this. Seeing the minds behind it, what they went through in their childhoods, and we didn't get any of that. A prequel where it's just the same shit that happened in the first one, but like a year before. That's literally the only definition of a prequel. We don't learn anything, and it pissed me off, man. And if they ever make a third movie, I swear to God. You notice how I haven't mentioned the director's name yet? I'm not even going to give him the traffic. I'm not giving him the fucking traffic. People looking him up on IMDb, their score goes up because of searches. No, you can look that up for yourself. I'm not fucking throwing that shit in here. This movie actually gets like a 1. Oh my God, so flat. Prequel, like, it's not a prequel. 30 minutes of random fucking quotes and cinematic shots doesn't make a movie good. This was garbage. And you know, this is probably the time now in the video where I just like sign off. But fuck you, stupid. You have to make it about fucking real life society, and you don't even do it in a cool way. A lot of the iconic movies, like Durch Machina, I don't know how you pronounce that, sorry. They show the story first, the movie first, without any interpretation of how it affects society, and then it allows us to then create those dialogues. Oh, wow, this is AI and how close it can be to a human. Is it weird to kill an AI that has a conscience, you know? Even though maybe it's not a conscience, it feels so real. This just throws it at you. Oh my God, we need to feed this religion. Bullshit! Religion? Everyone in there was mentally ill. Why the fuck do I need to care about that? Jeez, they're just prisoners, dude. Oh my god. What a letdown, bro. It could have been so fire. Anyways, I need to shut up.